This is Land of Havilah, Job 30. Job used to be respected, but now, verse 1. But now those who are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to put with my sheepdogs. Of what use is the strength of their hands to me, men in whom ripe age has perished? Comment in verse 1, Job's beginning to describe a class of derelict and despicable young men. Even these, the lowest of the low, look down on him. Their fathers had such poor reputations that Job wouldn't think of putting them with his sheepdogs. In verse 2, Job has no use for them. The thing is, in verse 1, even these lowest on the social ladder don't respect Job anymore, going on about them and how socially outcast they are, verse 3. They are gaunt from lack and famine. They gnaw the dry ground in the gloom of waste and desolation. They pluck salt herbs by the bushes. The roots of the broom are their food. They are driven out from among men. They cry after them as after a thief. Comment, when men see them coming around, they yell at them and tell them to be gone. Verse 6. So that they dwell in frightful valleys and in holes of the earth and of the rocks. Among the bushes they bray, and under the nettles they are gathered together. They are children of fools, yes, children of wicked men. They were flogged out of the land. Comment now concerning how Job has fallen so far in the public eye that not even these outcasts respect him, verse 9. Now I've become their song, yes, I'm a byword to them. They abhor me, they stand aloof from me, and don't hesitate to spit in my face. For he's untied his cord and afflicted me, and they've thrown off restraint before me. Comment, Job has become their song, meaning the young men derive joy from mocking him. His misery entertains them. He's become a byword to them, meaning a catchword. The name of Job is a standing joke to them. Instead of respecting him, they have no restraint. When they see him, they're quick to show him disrespect and spit in his face. Verse 12. On my right hand rise the rabble. They thrust aside my feet. They cast up against me their ways of destruction. They mar my path. They set forward my calamity without anyone's help. As through a wide breach they come. In the middle of the ruin they roll themselves in. Terrors have turned on me. They chase my honor as the wind. My welfare has passed away as a cloud. Comment, verses 12 to 15 are a picture of Job, who's so helpless now that he can't defend himself against the weakest of the weak. They have their way with him. They thrust aside his feet in verse 12, either meaning they knock his feet out from under him or push him out of the way, either literally or figuratively. They cast up against him their ways of destruction, meaning they take advantage of him. They mar his path, meaning they get in his way, frustrate his efforts, and make his way miserable. They set forward his calamity, meaning they assault him in whatever way. They come through a wide breach, meaning there's nothing to stop them or slow them down from harassing him. In the middle of ruin, they roll themselves in, meaning Job's already in ruin and they roll in on him to make it worse. Verse 16. Now my soul is poured out within me. Days of affliction have taken hold on me. In the night season my bones are pierced in me, and the pains that gnaw me take no rest. By great force is my garment disfigured. It binds me about as the collar of my coat. Comment, the Hebrew of verse 18 must be difficult because the translations of it are all over the map, but Job seems to be saying that the disfigurement and wasting of his body are so severe that there's no hiding it with his clothing. Speaking of God, verse 19, He has cast me into the mire. I have become like dust and ashes. I cried to you, and you do not answer me. I stand up, and you gaze at me. You have turned to be cruel to me. With the might of your hand you persecute me. You lift me up to the wind and drive me with it. You dissolve me in the storm. For I know that you will bring me to death, to the house appointed for all living. However, doesn't one stretch out a hand in his fall or in his calamity, therefore cry for help? Comment, Job says, God, I know you're looking at me, but you don't say anything. Though you won't talk to me, surely you don't blame me for crying out to you, do you? Verse 25. Didn't I weep for him who was in trouble? Wasn't my soul grieved for the needy? When I looked for good, then evil came. When I waited for light, there came darkness. Comment, he says, God, I answered the needy. Now that I'm the needy one, why won't you answer me? Verse 27. My heart is troubled and doesn't rest. Days of affliction have come on me. I go mourning without the sun. I stand up in the assembly and cry for help. I'm a brother to jackals and a companion to ostriches. My skin grows black and peels from me. My bones are burned with heat. Therefore my harp is tuned to mourning, and my pipe into the voice of those who weep. Comment, that's Job's present life. He'll begin his final appeal to God next in chapter 31.